really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia, and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on last year's national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Yellow Jackets will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will go on the attack first. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer obviously in the booth was pretty solid too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe 2-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Just keep slinging it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Frazier. Quick step and go. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Working that left side now. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. The Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Dropping back, it's King. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. With the run on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some wind.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Quick strike through the air for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Using his legs, it's Frazier. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, 5-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often. And you get 5 stars for a reason because you are a dude. He is a man-child. They want to get him in the door now. They wish they could already have him signed, but the excitement is going to really build for this young man.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Stockton. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Gonna look downfield again. Fires left. He's got it. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia.
And the ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got it. And they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Caught near the sticks, it's White. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll... More points on the board before the break.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. A cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's King. Fires to the big fella. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Inside the 25. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. That's caught. It's Frazier. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Dogs moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They'll immediately call timeout.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball. And they... The 46. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Finds the tight end. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And the Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Back to pass, it's Kane. Steps away. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Gets it out fast. And short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Cradles it at the 35. Slips through the line. Running through contact. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have his hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw at Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Looking for the goal line. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
I think completion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field. Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they own this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. You talked about statistically how they've struggled this season.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give to the back. There he goes. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown. He's up to 107 yards yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the returner will be brought down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's King. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Great place to start for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock up.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Made a defender miss. Nice pickup on the return. More important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Sullivan. At midfield, he's got room. And they don't. Him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Braswell. Breaks the tackle. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Did a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's King. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in cover.
Throws toward the end zone. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college. And they will certainly need one here. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.